Imagine waking up every day unsure if you'll have enough hours at work to pay your bills or plan for your family's needs. That's the harsh reality many fast food and retail workers face in big cities like New York. But here's where it gets controversial. Starbucks is now shelling out a whopping $35 million to settle labor law violations, affecting over 15,000 employees in the Big Apple. And this is the part most people miss: it could change how we think about fair pay and job stability forever. Let's dive into the details of this major agreement announced by city officials, and unpack why it matters for workers everywhere. In a move that's turning heads, Starbucks has agreed to pay out approximately $35 million to more than 15,000 New York City workers who claimed the company unfairly denied them predictable schedules and abruptly slashed their hours, violating local labor rules. To put this in perspective, think about how unpredictable shifts can disrupt a worker's life. Maybe you're juggling childcare, classes, or even a second job, and suddenly your income drops without warning. This settlement aims to address those injustices head-on. On top of the payout, Starbucks will fork over an additional $3.4 million in civil penalties as part of the deal hammered out with New York City's Department of Consumer and Worker Protection. More importantly, the company has pledged to fully adhere to the city's Fair Workweek law moving forward. For beginners wondering what that means, this law basically requires employers in fast food and retail sectors to provide stable, advance notice schedules and compensate workers if hours are cut by more than 15% without warning. It's designed to give employees more control over their time and finances, reducing the stress of just-in-time scheduling that can leave families in financial limbo. A Starbucks spokesperson emphasized their dedication to ethical business practices, including following all relevant laws in every city they operate. But here's the twist that sparks debate. She pointed out the law's complexity, describing it as notoriously challenging for retailers to implement. And it's not just Starbucks grappling with this. Nearly every store in the city faces similar hurdles, raising questions about whether these regulations are too burdensome on businesses. Is this a fair trade-off between worker rights and operational realities? That's a hot topic we'll explore more. The agreement means that most hourly employees impacted will receive $50 for each week they worked between July 2021 and July 2024. Imagine that, a tangible acknowledgement of the instability they endured. Plus, workers who suffered violations after that period can still seek compensation by submitting complaints to the department, ensuring ongoing protections. And there's more. The $38.9 million total settlement includes a promise to give laid-off employees from recent store closings in NYC a shot at rehiring at other Starbucks locations. This could be a lifeline for those hit hard by closures, offering a path back to steady employment and helping them rebuild their lives. This whole saga kicked off in 2022 when the city launched an investigation following numerous complaints from workers at various Starbucks outlets. It quickly ballooned to cover hundreds of stores across the city. What they uncovered was eye-opening. Most employees didn't get consistent schedules, and the company often reduced hours by more than 15%, making it nearly impossible to predict earnings or juggle other responsibilities like daycare or part-time gigs. To illustrate, picture a barista who relies on overtime to cover rent. Suddenly losing those hours could mean scrambling for alternative income sources, adding unnecessary stress to an already demanding job. Furthermore, Starbucks allegedly prevented workers from grabbing extra shifts, effectively keeping them stuck in part-time roles without choice. This lack of flexibility can feel like a barrier to advancement, trapping employees in uncertainty and potentially limiting their career growth. Interestingly, this settlement unfolds against the backdrop of a nationwide union strike at dozens of Starbucks locations that started last month. The union and company are still clashing over the strike's scope and effects, a reminder that labor disputes are far from resolved. Does this payout signal progress, or is it just a band-aid on deeper issues like union rights and fair wages? And this is the part most people miss. In a polarized world, some might argue these settlements help big corporations dodge real accountability, while others see them as essential steps toward better worker protections. What do you think? Does enforcing laws like the Fair Workweek truly level the playing field, or does it unfairly burden businesses trying to stay afloat? If you're following along, don't forget to stay updated with the latest news from AP. Follow our WhatsApp channel for more stories that matter. But seriously, this Starbucks case raises bigger questions. Should retailers have to prioritize employee schedules over profits? Is it fair to hold companies accountable for laws that might be too complex? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you side with the workers demanding stability, or do you see the company's challenges as valid? Let's discuss and maybe uncover some fresh perspectives.